We'll call order the Fall River Licensing Board meeting Tuesday, June 18th, 2024. To my right is member Michael Pereira and Melanie Cordero. I'm Gregory Brilliant, the chairman. Let me just read this. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting and may transmit the meeting to any media. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. The City Charter, Section 9-18, mandates that all multiple board members develop and adopt rules or policies for public comment. We have adopted such a policy, which in short provides for citizen input on licensing board specific matters at the beginning of the meeting. There is a sign-up sheet located in the back of the room. Nobody signs up, okay. One-day liquor permits. St. Anthony's Band Club, 1040 Pine Street, John Perry, for the dates 7/12, 7/13, 7/14. Could you please state your name and address for the record, sir?
John Perry, 264 Winter Street, and representing St. Anthony's Band Club. We're looking for a full liquor license for July 12th from 5 to 1. July 13th from the same time, 5 to 1, and July 14th from 5 to 12.
This is your normal
Yeah, it's a normal
annual feast?
Annual feast that we have every year.
Full? You want a full?
No, the one we usually get.
Beer and wine?
Beer and wine.
Okay.
Okay, that's all. That was going to be my next one.
Sorry about
That's
that.
okay.
And Mr. Perry, you know about all the requirements relative to the police details?
Yes.
You're all
They-
set with that?
They'll send them if they have them, if they need them,
Okay,
if they're available, right?
okay.
You have to request them.
You-
You have to request.
Yeah, I have to go down and tell them that we're,
Well,
yeah.
Okay. So this is an annual event, so that being the case, we could entertain a motion to grant a one-day liquor permit for St. Anthony Band Club.
I'll make a motion to approve the one-day permits for St. Anthony's Band Club for the following dates of July 12th, July 13th, and July 14th, 2024.
Can I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Anybody here in favor? Anybody opposed? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? You're all set, Mr. Perry. Good luck.
Thank you. Who is the person I asked for?
Oh, for the,
Chelsea?
No, you'll ask for the detail line, so you'll just call the regular police line, and then you'll be directed to the detail line. And they'll schedule your details for you.
How soon do I have to call for that?
I mean, the sooner the better, I would,
Yeah,
you
like
know.
tomorrow?
Yeah. As long
I'd like
as
to
they're
take-
Pretty
in,
soon.
you know, within a reasonable amount of time, but I would suggest earlier the better.
Yeah, right. I don't wanna, because what happens is you don't put it off and then you forget, and the next thing you know, it's the day before.
exactly.
Okay,
Next
thank you
thing-
very much.
You're welcome, Mr. Perry.
You're very kind.
Next
Thank you.
agenda item is an entertainment license for Sociedad Cultural Assyriana, 120 Colville Street, Lewis Mellon. I know he's not here. We'll put it to the end of the agenda to see if he shows up. Item 4, transfer of license. I'm gonna do my best. Is it Aish?
I don't know, Mr. Brilliant, but we'll find out right now.
Aish.
Mr. Patel will expand upon the
Aish and Locust LLC DBA Highland Mini Mart and Liquors, 623 Locust Street. Krunel K. Patel.
Thank you. For purposes of the record, my name's Peter Solino. I'm a lawyer with offices at 550 Locust Street in Fall River. To my right is Mr. Patel. Could you state your name and address for the record?
Krunal Patel, home address, or
Sure.
205 Country Hill Drive, North Dayton, Mass. 02764.
Mr. Patel is the owner and operator of the Highland Mini Mart just east of my office at the corner of Locust and
Oh,
Linden.
okay.
The address is 623 Locust. Mr. Patel acquired the business and the real estate in 2015. At that time, the full package store license was put in the name of Aisha Liquor, Inc. He does business as Highland Mini Mart and Liquors. It's a full package store license. For accounting reasons, when he did his taxes this year, his accountant recommended that he switch to an LLC from the corporation. And as a result, the applicant in this transfer application is a related entity known as Aisha and Locust LLC. And we'd seek to do business under the same style as Highland Mini Mart and Liquors. So this is strictly an accounting move. The shareholdership is 100% the same. It's Kenny Patel. The Corey check form, et cetera, is all Kenny Patel.
And as I see in the file, because it's the same owner, there's no additional police approval required. And everything else, Mr. Salino is going to say the same.
Yeah, no change of hours, no change of location within the store. And I should note for the record, he also spoke to Officer Moniz?
Detective Moniz?
Detective Moniz?
Yeah, and she said nothing else needed to be done.
Yeah, it's in the file, it's noted
Okay.
in the file.
All right.
I don't have any questions, because obviously, as Attorney Salino has stated, it's just for accounting purposes. It's just basically a name change of sorts, for whatever reason that is, so. That being said, I'll entertain a motion to transfer the license from Aisha and Locust LLC, DBA Mini Mart and Liquor, 623 Locust Street, to, what's the new entity?
That was the new.
That's the
Aisha
new one?
Aisha and
Yeah,
Lucas.
Okay, so it's
Aisha
going-
Liquor Inc. is the holder,
Okay,
and Aisha ampersand Locust LLC
is going to be the new holder?
is the new holder.
Okay,
What was that? Aisha?
Ampersand
'Cause it says-
Locust LLC.
there's another word in there?
It's the symbol. You want me to, hold on.
Oh, I apologize.
No, no.
And, yeah, sorry.
No problem.
Mr. Salino, I don't know, I didn't know what that one meant, so I
That's no
apologize.
problem. Can I approach?
Yes.
All right, there you go. Here's the file.
I get what he means now. He means that.
Oh, okay,
That's how rich people say.
okay. So I'm just motioning to change it from
Aisha Liquor Inc. to that
Yep.
name.
Aisha Liquor Inc. I'll make a motion to approve the transfer of license from Aisha Liquor Inc. to Aisha and Locust LLC.
Second.
Motion made and second. Anybody speak in favor of it? Anybody opposed? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Granted.
Thank you, members of the board. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone.
You're very welcome. Does this mean they get the variance or they have to get it?
I got it, it's in the.
Oh, okay, get variance. Yeah, it's right here, okay. Item 5, Class 2 license Timothy Pinto, 193, 197 Oak Grove Ave. How are you? Can you please state your name for the record, please?
Timothy Pinto.
Go ahead, Mr. Pinto.
So I'm essentially just here trying to add a license to an existing business I already have, auto repair, so I just want to do the auto sales side of it.
Have you gotten a DBA yet?
No.
Okay, that's why his name is on there.
Yeah, we were
He
waiting
didn't get the name
to,
yet, so
Okay.
he wanted to wait, so.
Mr. Pinto, I am right down the street from you.
okay.
My Laura says 111. So I know, where are you going to display the cars? Like you have that big high fence that right now.
So it makes it a little difficult. A lot of my sales will be online. You know what I mean? More online based. And if somebody wants to come look at it, they can come see it. I do, well, my father owns a property across the street too, so maybe in the future, if I need to do something with that for display, but more so right now, it would just be more online based, because I don't want to disrupt the neighborhood. They wanted the fence up for the prior owners that had it,
Yeah, I
and I don't
know.
want to make anybody mad, and I think I can work with it. I don't know if you guys have a copy of the site plan, but for the variance, they had made a site plan for
I
20
was
cars.
just looking for, because I just was wondering, because you want 20 cars, I'm just trying to, I have nothing against you, do I? I'm just trying to figure out how you're going to do it. Like,
So that's what was done prior. The license that, they had an auto repair license that expired in 2014.
Auto repair or auto sales?
Both. It had both.
I know, you just got auto repair now.
I'm sorry, auto sales. And it was for 20 cars. So I just went off of the record from back then, and in the, I have it in the car. I should have brought it with me. The site plan shows where they can fit. We
You
got
have a
fit-
site plan?
I do. I have it in the car. I can go grab it if need be.
Um,
I was trying to make it
He's
here
all
on
right, I
time.
can print it, so I do it a different way.
No, that's okay. I'm just trying, it's not like I have like a big objection, but it's right up the street and I know the property.
Mhm.
I knew the former owner.
Yeah, yeah.
I know your dad.
Yeah.
I think. It's just, I just wasn't sure where the 20 cars are gonna go. And I have no issues, but I do know there was issues with the neighbors before, right?
Yeah, and everybody's cool. Nobody opposed the
Johnny's all
variance.
set across the
Yeah,
street.
Awesome.
Um,
Perfect.
So, do we normally have any viewing of the site at all?
No, I mean, no, not normally, I mean, you could always,
Listen,
by,
the guys over there, he's,
limit the amount if you're more comfortable.
I don't know what it can fit, that's why.
I can bring you this, you want me to grab the site plan? My car's right outside.
You guys mind, I apologize, I just like to look at it. If you can run and get it?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Be careful.
It's just got a big high fence, and I don't know how you'll ever see a car. If he's gotta put everything behind that fence, and there is
This is
already,
on Oak Grove Avenue.
yeah.
What street is this? Is this Beatty? No.
No, it's a couple up, on the left, there used to be a auto repair, used to be Gilly used to own it from Somerset, I forgot his last name.
It doesn't look as Locust though.
No, it's about 3 blocks up, it's on a corner though, it's not Beatty, because it goes Beatty, London,
Tobin?
it's the next one, might be Tobin, right in the corner. And he owns both sides. And I know they opened up across the street and they put an electrical, or plumbing business, and Glenn had some problems with it as being a pre-existing non-conforming use. I just don't know where he's gonna put the 20 cars, that's all. And I got no issues, but I don't want them out in the street, that's my issue. Do you-
If you wanna move that around, I don't know if,
That's across the street.
okay, you can move the.
Oh, okay. Oh, right
No,
there,
here for
see?
you? Okay.
See, where's he gonna put the cars? He has all those cars, that's it. No, that's the dry
But does
cleaner.
it go around the back?
That's what I thought, it looked like Sparkle was there, right?
That is Sparkle right
Okay.
next door, so there's no, like, those bays are right
Oh,
there.
this is
Oh,
where I
he's
got
on
my
the east
dry
side of
cleaning,
Oak Grove
right there.
Avenue,
Yeah.
same side as Sparkle
That's
Cleaners,
not
it's the
big
east
over
side.
here.
And
I'm here
then there's
like all the
the-
time.
Yeah, that's
Oil
that's
guy.
why I don't know he's putting 20 cars.
So that's the west side.
But these are all facing this way. What if he's lining them up?
But that's already what he has in there for his actual business, so where's he gonna put the 20 cars to sell?
Those are his repair cars, you think?
Yeah, well, they are. I mean, I go by it every day. I mean, he looks like he's got a pretty decent business. He has cleaned it up a little bit, because Gilly didn't. Gilly just leased it, whoever was in there. And he bought that, too. Right
This
there.
little one?
That little building, yeah. He bought that one, too. That goes all the way down the end of the street. Because if there's ever a car on the street, they're gonna go bananas.
They always do. They just redid this road.
Mm.
Good.
Yeah.
Please. Thank you.
You got it.
I'm gonna show you on this picture why I'm asking the question. See, you only have, unless I'm reading this wrong, you only got 5 spaces designated to sell cars.
So at the variance meeting, they didn't wanna
I don't know
Um,
what the thing is, the variance.
lock me in to how many for repair, how many for sales, because with what I do, most of the cars that I sell are gonna need repairs. They fall into both categories. I'm buying them as repairables, fixing them, and then putting them for sale. So at any given point, I might have 2 to fix and 10 or 12 to sell and vice versa. So they didn't wanna lock me in to that 100%.
Well, I don't wanna, like, disagree with you, but they did lock you in. It says parking configuration specific to plan submitted, so they did lock you
Did
in.
they lock it in? Okay. At the meeting, they had said, they were saying they didn't want to make that
That's why,
decision.
that's the only reason why I was asking. I don't, because it's got customer parking, then it's got employee parking,
Because that was
loading.
another thing we had brought up at the meeting, was the customer parking. Customers literally pull in front of my doors, block the driveway, park on the street. Nobody ever follows any of that protocol. Even if you have anything labeled, they block the doors, they, you know.
Well, I just personally have, and it's nothing about giving you a permit to sell used cars. I can't go beyond what your variance says, because it says parking configuration specific to plan submitted. This only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There should be 20-something spaces on there total. Up the
I
top
know,
of the
but it
parking
only
lot.
says proposed sale
give
use
you the-
spaces.
Well, I might have given you the old revision.
Well, it might have to be tabled till we get that from the zoning board, because I'm not gonna give him more.
And I do have a copy of the old license that was issued there for 20 cars.
That's not a license.
Well, it was
But is that all of them?
a
Well, that's
decision
it.
for
Well,
20 vehicle
these
variance, the
5 here
first
are
variance that was
sale.
done.
So, and then these, I'm guessing they left alone to be repaired. This is I didn't count this in. These 3 are for customer, that's employee. But as far as proposed sale, dotted line.
Anything in dotted lines is proposed sale.
that-
So
even that's only
all of it.
13.
That's
But
16.
16 minus the customer parking and employee parking.
15, 16. Minus customer and employee.
How many does he have for sales? 16?
I think I don't see the ones that say repair. Right now, it just
There are no
says
repair.
sales use spaces.
And that's when we
Dotted.
kind of said at the
And then
meeting,
all
they didn't want to
16
say
are
something.
dotted.
Mr. Pinto, so, you mind?
Yo, go right ahead.
Mr. Pinto, so how many do you use on an average day for your repair? That's one. Could vary.
I could have one car 1 week and then 10, 12, I've had 18, 20 cars, I've had like 26 cars in the parking lot, you know,
1
so.
week is an odd. What do you think the average is? Like 10?
I try and do
Just one.
1 to
16 spaces.
2 or 3 cars a day. That's what we try for, but
We don't license the
Right,
other
can
one.
we ask him to change his number to 15 for sale and 5 for business? I mean, we don't have the authority to do that, or is that the license?
I think we
Is
just,
that the
we-
zoning?
You guys can come to an agreement and he can sign on where he put how many cars for
5 for
sale.
business and 15 for sale?
No.
10 and 10, I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever you think.
it just, how does that, I guess my question will be, how does that lock me in? Because if I buy cars that are repair and I'm gonna sell them, that technically falls into
Well,
2 different
I would
categories.
say until they're on the sales line, they repair, so that would be in the 5. And then once they are repaired, and you're not gonna sell them all taken apart.
Correct,
So,
correct.
so once they're, ready to sell, they move over to the 15. I'm just throwing those numbers out right this second.
course, of
We can
course.
change the numbers with the chair's permission, and, let's see what the chair has to
I-
say about it.
just, can you just, this is, and I know it very well, but yeah, come on up. This is, see how this is your lot right here. We didn't take a picture, this just came online.
Yeah.
So you have those other cars in there, I'm just trying to figure out, because if we give you 20 spots to sell, you can put 10 more to repair. We don't, then you'll have 30 cars on the lot.
Who are these? Oh, these are customers just driving in?
I know. That's what I'm trying to, that's what I'm trying to
It's a
like,
balance, I understand for the neighbors and, yeah.
yeah, because they can't,
So if I have no complaints, I try to be quiet and clean about everything, you know. And this, I don't know if you want this, but it was a copy.
Yeah.
This is what I went off of, this is from a while ago. So that's where I used to get the number of the 20, was where I started with, was that.
okay, but this is your new variance
No.
decision.
Is that the new one?
That is.
No,
Yeah.
that should say 2008,
Yeah, but this is 2024.
sorry.
That's all right.
No, you don't,
Yeah,
Yeah, the
this one,
2008
To Gil when he owned it for 20 vehicles. So that's where I got that 20 number for, that's what I was trying to get at. That's what I used as my reference, and that was,
well, listen, okay, so, but that's not what this says, again, Mr. Pinto, again, in all due respect. This says you get a maximum of 20 cars for everything. Employees,
Gotcha.
repairs, rentals, and sales.
So that's what
I'll
we
make a
went
motion, well, not me, but I'll approve that you have no more than 20 vehicles on that site.
Well, like Commissioner Cordero just pointed out to me, there are 20 sites, it's all squared out in 20,
Yes.
squared out in 20 sites. 3 are for customers, 1 for employees, so theoretically, it's your vehicle, employee, right? And 3 customers, so these are people going there seeking repairs on your vehicle, let's say, hey, my car, you check it out. And then you go back, that's 4, so 16 for sale, but some of those are gonna be used for the cars you're working on already.
correct.
So I think we should come up with a compromise of how many you want for sale, and you're locked into 15, Mr. Brilliant, correct?
No,
I mean 20.
Well, he's asking for 20, I just saw on his thing, he's asking for 20. He got this from the prior variance, he says, but I'm not disputing that, but it says All vehicles related to the business shall be stored on site with a maximum of 20 cars on the lot, including employee, repair, rental, and sales.
And that's what we use to make
So why
that,
don't you go
that
with 10
diagram.
for sale, I mean, for now, you can always come back, we can look at your father's property as well. 10 for sale and 10 for business, customers walking in, you to park,
That's what-
or
that's
you're
what
a
I'm
mechanic, I don't know if you're a mechanic.
Mm.
Instead of.
And a couple more for cars you're working on, and you can actually put 20 cars on there for sale. I mean, excuse me, 10.
And Mike, why don't we just say this? No, why don't we just say what the language is here? You can have a maximum of 20 cars.
Whether they're for repair or.
Yeah, it
sale.
can't exceed that. So if you go there and there's 20 cars and you tell them they're all for sale, you're legal.
Yeah, but you can't have cars on.
But you can't have 21 cars.
And a car park, even a customer, I mean, the customer, I guess, they can park in a legal spot. Like a walking in customer, they can park wherever they want, as long as it's a legal spot, you know? But you can't have cars on Oak Grove Avenue, waiting to be repaired.
No, I never
On
do
Oak
that.
Grove
And
Avenue.
sometimes the tow truck will drop one off. And I know this has nothing to do with this, but that was a problem that I had with the license for my repair shop. That it states no auto repair, which this should resolve, hopefully. That I'm not allowed to have vehicles dropped off on my property. The original license, the license that I
Well,
have.
I can
for
tell
repair.
you why. I was involved way back then, because that was the two Haru brothers, and they used to bring cars in the middle of the night, and the neighbors went crazy.
Yeah,
It was
which we
crazy.
don't do.
It was about bringing people in the middle of the night, getting tow trucks going in the middle of the night, and all the neighbors went crazy.
Yeah, of course. And I try not to do that, you know what I mean? But it's kind of difficult. I can't tell a tow truck I had to drop the car off down the road in the middle of the street and then push it
No.
all the way, you know what I mean? So I was hoping, I don't know if I have to do something different to maybe fix that
I
properly,
think
you know?
that's not us though, right? Auto
It's on my
repair goes to
license.
City council, right?
City council.
It's on, okay. It says it on my license, like the restrictions, I guess, section.
Well, they
so
had
I
a lot of
wasn't sure.
restrictions back
Yeah.
then. Well, that was even before, well, Gilly always owned it, but the Haru brothers came in and did business there.
Correct, yeah.
But I would entertain a motion to allow your Class 2 with the specific condition that there'll be no more than 20 cars maximum, inclusive of sales, repair, employee. I'd use the language from the old variants, employee, repair, rental, and sales vehicles. You know, in this way, if for some reason something happens, contact Kerry and I'll go out there, or Mike, I'll take a look around. I know the neighbors up there
Mhm.
were
Yeah.
really,
No, and I've made peace with all the problems that they had from the
well, they're
past.
not
you know
here,
what I
so I
mean?
guess you have, because,
I work on their cause, you know what I mean, so.
make a motion, go ahead.
So I'll make a motion to grant a Class 2 license to Timothy Pinto, 9397 Oak Grove Avenue, for 20 vehicles maximum, all inclusive to customers, sales, employees, and anything else you would need those 20. That's 20.
Okay.
And we're very happy that you're continuing your business there, that's what we're looking for.
Thank you, thank you.
I'll second.
Anybody in favor of the motion? Anybody opposed? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All set, Mr. Dudley.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I think that's his.
Sociedad, what is that? What do they want?
You want an entertainment, I think it's live entertainment, I think.
Did I give you a second one?
Oh, wait a minute, I might have put one in the file, I apologize. You might have given me two of the same thing, and I
I
might
gave
have
you
put...
one new one and one old one.
2008.
I can always pull those up at work, so that's okay.
You gave me that one. You gave me this one. Entertainment license? No, I can't do this without nobody here. What is that? What is that place?
It's a social
Colville
club.
Street?
It's supposed to be a social club.
That's the old phone Beverly or not?
Yeah, that's what it
Have a
is.
good day.
You too.
When is it for?
It's all the
Just an
time.
entertainment.
Oh, I apologize. Well,
On a jukebox.
you want to make a motion? What do you normally do, table them, or what do you do with this?
I mean, you could approve it if you guys saw fit. It's not a request that,
Well, I don't...
I'd like to have them here to say what their entertainment's gonna be.
I agree.
it's checked off what the entertainment is, but clearly.
It's live music, but I want to know what the heck that is. It's like kind of bands and things. Is that what he wants? Live music? Yeah, I think we'll table this.
Want in a form of a
Are they
motion, Chairman?
Yes, please.
Make a motion that we table the entertainment license for the Social Dive Cultural, Rotarian Club there, 120 Cobble Street.
I'll second.
Anybody in favor, anybody opposed? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, granted. Excuse me, yeah, the motion's granted to table. All right, it's 5:25. It was scheduled for 5:10?
Yeah, I just give an estimate, it doesn't.
No, that's okay, because it's still beyond that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, at this point in time, what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to have the police department give a brief synopsis of what happened. Then I'm gonna ask that all the police reports as submitted be placed on the record. And then I'm gonna give a recommendation what's gonna be done. He should have been here. So, Officer Gabert, Detective Gabert, or whoever's gonna make that, I apologize.
Good evening. I'm Sergeant David Goubert. This is Officer Walter Silveron. We work uniform nights. We watch on Tuesday, June 4th at 12:26 a.m. We were dispatched to the area of America Street in the 200 block for a reported shooting. One 911 caller reported seeing a male running through the back lot behind Mickey Doyle's and Family Dollar towards America Street, and a vehicle chasing him, shooting at him. Multiple shots were fired. We then received there were no victims on scene, and the vehicle had fled the area east on America Street towards Stafford Road. About an hour later, a male individual checked himself in the Charlton Memorial Hospital where he had suffered a gunshot wound to the leg, uncooperative. But after we saw a video of the incident, we were able to confirm that it was the individual that was at the hospital. So with the board's permission, I'd like to play some videos that we have.
Please. With reference to the reports, that we will place them all in the record, can I have one, like, and I said this to the clerk. The blood in 2 reports, I know one's yours, Sergeant Gabert. I don't know, is there a back way to get out of there? Is that what it is?
There is.
Like, what is that, where's that?
There's a back.
It's in the video, so
Okay.
I'll show you.
But is there a hallway that went out there that somewhere along the way, somebody, Mr. Andre or someone had already cleaned, but there were blood spat?
Yes, to the rear of the bar is a fenced-in area on the deck. That's where patrons go to smoke.
Okay,
And the back door leads to the back of the business. And then once you go in that back door, you have the restrooms, male and female restrooms, go down the hallway, and there's the bar area.
And-
So they go out back to smoke.
and it was your observation that there was had just been cleaned up, but there was still splattering of blood drops?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Is this body camera?
This is body camera here. So this is when we arrive on scene. This is the back of the blood plasma place, Family Dollar, and then Mickey Doyle's. America Street is to the right.
Is there any volume on it?
It should play in a few minutes. So essentially, this is one of the callers of 911 just telling us what he observed. He's a neighbor that lives across the street. This time, we find several shell casings scattered around the parking lot, along with one black sneaker also in the middle of the lot.
I think this is the part where we follow the blood trail right here.
So from America Street to the back door of Mickey Doyle's, there a trail of blood drops that lead from America Street right to the back door.
And once you go in the building, there's blood drops too, because
Correct.
it showed that somebody had tried to wash it, right?
Yeah, the floor was freshly, it was wet still.
I got
So
you.
this is the back door of Mickey Doyle's. The fenced-in area is where they smoke.
Okay. I've never been in the place, so I didn't know that existed back there.
Yeah, it's a long car. If you're in the bar, bars, like I said, at the last hearing we had with the gentleman, it's pretty big, the bar. It's not like a little tiny little neighborhood bar, it's huge. And there's a long corridor that has bathrooms, male and female bathrooms, and then it just leads out, you know, it's like a long corridor, like a P if you're looking at it that way, a long corridor and then a big room.
It's straight through. You walk in one
Yeah.
side of the building and you exit on the other side of the building.
So I know, and I know back, I know exactly what you're talking.
So this is America Street, and that's the marker on the ground is the first shell casing we located. That is the back of the blood plasma place. There's the black shoe. We assumed the shoe was from a victim or whoever was running away. That's the back of the, I believe it's a karate place with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds that hit the wall. One of the rounds. That's the garage door to Family Dollar, the loading dock. There's one bullet hole in the door. That's the back door, and that's the smoking area. There's some blood drops going up those stairs to the back door. The cigarette butt that had some blood on it. Some more blood. Now this is the hallway. That,
Inside.
yes. Let me see what I can. Here's the hallway that goes to the back door. So if you were to turn around, that's the bar. This is the hallway. To the right is the women's room, and then the men's room. And that door straight ahead goes out to that back door where the smoking area is. So this hallway was just freshly mopped. And where that number marker is where there was, the mop didn't hit all the way, go all the way to the wall, and there was one drop of blood there that was fresh. And the other marker down the hall is where it was mopped, but the blood was still there. It didn't pick it all up. So when I had, Officer Ciberon went in and spoke to them, because on the back where the smoking area is, they have 4 cameras on the back of the building. So he went in to ask if the cameras worked. They said, no, they don't. He asked them if there was any issues in the bar tonight, and he said, no, nothing. He goes, did you hear any shooting? He said, no, he didn't hear anything. Nothing happened, it was quiet. He came back and told me that the cameras don't work. So I went back to speak to him, because the last incident that we had here, the cameras did not work either. It was a fight that had happened. So I went in again and I asked, the cameras don't work? And he said, no. I says, what about the 4 that are in the back? He said, no, they don't work. I said, okay. So I said, where's the door? How do you get to the back? So he pointed over here, and there was Mr. Andre there, one male that was mopping up, and a female bartender. And I asked, did anything happen in the bar tonight? Any fights, anything? He stated no. I says, okay, was there any, did you hear any of the gunshots? He said no. I said, there was about 8 to 10 gunshots in the back. You didn't hear anything? And he said no. So when I went to the hallway to look, that's when I noticed that. So now this is,
Now, the bartender said that she didn't hear any gunshots, but she heard people arguing, correct?
that was a bartender that was in her vehicle behind the business.
So she was leaving the business, and I spoke to her, asked her if she saw anything. She said she didn't see anything, but she heard people fighting, gave me the description of the males, and said they were running through the back, which was the same description of guys that we saw in the
In the
camera.
hospital.
Yeah.
Sergeant, did you guys observe any cleaning materials with blood on, like mops?
No, the male that was mopping had said, oh, there's no blood. He goes, you could check the mop bucket. And I says, I don't need to check the mop bucket because it's on the floor. So right now, I'm gonna have the detective come in, take pictures of that. So we'll go here.
Who's that coming through the parking lot right now?
That's just another
Then-
individual.
Oh, nothing to
I'm
do
gonna
with.
try.
Well, I can just say this, from my personal standpoint, he's not here. But the fact of the matter is, if they found blood inside the interior of the building, number one, okay, and it's obvious there were gunshots outside, something would happen inside that bar. And the fact that he was in here on May 15th, and once again, all we asked of him at that particular day was to comply with his own plan, and it's still not done. I'm told that he didn't pay for the details, he didn't call for details, the camera's not working, by his own admission. He didn't even try to comply with the things we said, and this event happens. I personally, I'm not trying to cut short your presentation, but I've heard enough, and he's not here. So I can say where I stand. I'd like all of that put into the record. I want it specifically put into the record that blood splatters of sorts was found inside the building, number one, not outside, inside the building, and that he didn't comply with any of the conditions we gave him. He's got a 28-day suspension back in July 27, 2022. So I'm going to tell you where I'm coming from, and then the board can decide where they're at. He gets closed immediately to the end of the year. He gets closed effective immediately until 12/31/2024. He only gets to reopen with conditions of all the items he put in his own action plan are adhered to, all of them, prior to any reopening. And that when he does reopen, his closing time, what is it now? I know you gave it to me, what is it?
It's technically two,
No, it's
but by his action plan, last call is at 1 o'clock and every
Yeah,
patron out
well,
at
it's going,
1:30.
it's going to be 10 o'clock when he reopens. 10 o'clock he closes. And he can come back, according to what I wanted, he can come back on June 30th, 2025 and ask for an increase in hours. I'm not sure, please correct me if I can't make that in terms of my recommendation, but that's my
No, you
recommendation.
absolutely can't.
And he has to learn. It's right here, okay, basically, I don't know if you want to,
I think I can.
Okay. so.
10 PM, you said, correct?
When and that's effective up from January 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2025. And then he doesn't get an automatic change, he's got to come back to this board if he wants any change of hours. But he doesn't get to reopen unless his action plan is complied with. In other words, if he hasn't paid our details, he's not reopening. If he doesn't have every one of his cameras working, he's not reopening.
Corey's on this.
Whatever's in his action plan to a T must be complied with.
Greg, on the 1/1/25 to June what, 31st?
June 30th.
30th, okay.
June 30th. 6 months he's going to be under that 10 PM. And then if it goes well, then I'll entertain talking to him, but, so that's a year. He'll have to close for the next 6 months. And then the 6 months after that, 10 o'clock. He doesn't have the right anymore to be open till 1 o'clock in the morning with these kind of things happening, in my opinion.
I'll make a motion to revoke the liquor license of Mickey Doyle's on 380 Rhode Island Ave until December 31st.
Now, can I just interrupt you? It's not a revocation, it's a suspension.
Suspension.
It's just a big difference.
Okay. Then I'll make a motion to suspend the liquor license of Mickey Doyle's at 380 Rhode Island Ave until December 31st of 2024. He would then be able to reopen with conditions of all items in his action plan adhered to prior to reopening, and a change of hours for a minimum of 6 months, up to and including June 30th, 2025, with a closing time of 10 PM.
And his suspension's effective immediately. Tomorrow, somebody go get his license.
I second that motion.
Anybody here in favor, anybody opposed? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Tomorrow's a holiday, and for here, so maybe one of the police officers could go get it?
Sure.
I have something else too, so.
Sure.
All right, so, Detective Capone, I hate to give you more work, so I know you're very, very busy. But, for the next meeting, next month, if you could do a continued investigation for this, commission, I'd like to know the name of, the distributor for this establishment, the name of the distributor, three things. The last purchase of liquor made from that distributor on or prior to June 6th. So anytime prior to June 6th. And if there is no distributor in place, I'd like to know where he purchased the liquor that was for sale on June 6th and 2 weeks prior.
Okay.
So those three questions.
Okay.
Name of the distributor, the
Last-
last purchase on and prior to June 6th. If there's none, where did he purchase the liquor that was on sale on June 6th and 2 weeks prior to June 6th? If you can report that back to us, I mean, I'd appreciate it.
And I just want to make it crystal clear, he doesn't even get to be open on January 1st, 2025 unless every single thing in that action plan is done. It's his plan, as I put in the email to him once when he made the comment about, are we going to put a bracelet on him? Because he sent an email to us prior to this last one, and I addressed it, that it's his action plan, and it wasn't even ours. So I don't know why he's taking that type of tack. He didn't do any of it. And I would have told him that tonight, so. Any other new business come before the board? We have to approve and sign the minutes?
Please.
Okay, wherever they are, I'm sorry, I
No,
didn't,
it's okay.
I apologize. We all sign on, just me.
I think I put all three for this one, and Greg and Mel on this one.
That being everything, I'll entertain a motion.
We have to approve the minutes, so I'll make.
Oh, I'm
two
sorry,
motions
I
here.
apologize.
I'll make a motion to approve the March 11th, 2024 minutes.
Second.
Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All
And
those
I'll make a
opposed?
motion to approve the March 20th, 2024 minutes.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, all those opposed?
Aye.
Now I'll entertain a motion to adjourn, I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you.